Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you. I hope you're all well. As ever, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. It does really help the channel out and myself, and there's plenty more interesting content to come. Leave a like and comment if you enjoy the video, and yeah, let's jump into this. We've got a Funko Pop review for you today. We're looking at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set from last year, I believe, the retro TV line, and yeah, big childhood favourite of mine, so let's jump into it. I grew up watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoons as a kid. Saturday morning cartoons for a lot of people is a real special childhood memory, and it's no different for me. Being an only child and kind of living in the UK, single mother, raised, I did a lot of independent things as a kid. One of my favourite things on the weekend, if I wasn't playing sports or out with friends or something at their house, I was doing my own thing, watching Saturday morning cartoons while my mum worked, full time to support me. So I kind of sometimes had to do my own thing, and like that meant that I was much more imaginative and creative, and I got stuck into all sorts of different things. So it was really good, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original series, is something that I hold really dear to my heart. It's something that I love the original animation. If anyone who knows me kind of knows that part about me, is I love old school animation. Like I grew up on the original TMNT, Scooby-Doo, that type of animation, that 2D style, not what it's kind of become now. But I still like the franchise and the characters and the origins of the comics and how the characters were created, but that original set of series is like what I deem that's my canon of TMNT. I don't mean kind of story wise, I mean more so that's when I think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's what I think of, those original cartoons that kind of, they've got that humour attached to the episodes, that kind of, it's that light-hearted action and just being a kid nature of skateboarding, pizza and kicking ass basically. The being a ninja part is not as relatable to me, but I certainly found it cool. I definitely gravitated towards Raphael more because red was my favourite colour, and kind of I liked his style. Michelangelo is of course like the child in us, the innocent kind of fun-loving. Leonardo, it's kind of strange, I guess. I see the four as like one entity, as Donatello is the the one who put your thinking hat on and really like use your logic, be objective, like what's the best thing to do. Leonardo, he's the leader, he's the part of you that wants to just take charge and do the things that need to be done or whatever. Raphael is what he does what needs to be done. He's this the cynical one. He's kind of the what do I get out of it kind of thing. That's the voice in your head that thinks, well, where do I fit into all of this? I don't want to do this, I want to do this. This is how we should do this. Being bullish maybe. And like I say, Michelangelo is the fun-loving kind of free spirit one. But as a four, they really kind of spoke to me as a kid. And like I say, being from a only child from a single parent family, I liked the message that the show kind of brung. As much as it was it was the animation and the art style that brought me to it. I kind of liked the lightheartedness of the show. I liked that you didn't really have to follow the actual episodes to know the overall story. The overall story wasn't the point. The point was kind of like the camaraderie and kind of laid back approach of the characters, and kind of doing what's right, but in your own way and considering everything. And yeah, it was definitely special to me as a kid, and like even growing up when I traveled to America and worked in the camps, that was something that whenever we had any kind of dressing up occasion or like group activity, we would always like root into it some of our favorite things, and like TMNT was one of mine and some of my friends, and my cabin and me, we had an activity day, and I can't remember, I think it was probably superheroes or something was the theme, so we all picked a Ninja Turtle to be, and we dressed up, and it was fun, and I have a lot of fond memories of that. that kind of speaks to what I'm talking about in terms of, you know, a lot of the things that I love and people love, they call back to your childhood, your fond memories. You know, Star Wars brings out the creative, imaginative side of me. That it's amazing to me how Star Wars can be such a fully created world. It's so immersible. You know, it's like its own world in our world, and it's crazy to me that it's not, you know, it's not real almost, because it's so methodical and it's so in depth. And the other part of that is I love the art of Star Wars. I love the practical effects of Star Wars. That's what drew me in as a kid. I loved the aspects of Star Wars, the messages of Star Wars. And it's the same with TMNT and other kind of Marvel characters and other things that I've found in life and sports. And I've always gravitated to things for more than just the face value of what it is. Sport, for example, as a kid taught me a lot, you know, in terms of team working and what I could achieve and taking leadership and working hard and dedication. It teaches you things. Everything teaches you things as a kid, and you kind of don't appreciate it as much until you grow up. But, you know, Saturday morning cartoons, things like, you know, Pinky and the Brain and Dexter's Laboratory, things like that, you know, you say that now and people from that generation are they're jumping out of their chair like, oh my God, that speaks to me. Oh, you know, that was my childhood, 90s cartoons and that kind of thing. And it's something that, like, even now I see something, you know, I'm out doing something, and if I see something related to that, my eye is drawn to it quickly, because it has a deep-rooted, you know, kind of connection to me. And, you know, these pops kind of, they resemble that when they're, you know, on the shelf in my collection. And to be honest, I mean, like, they're awesome looking pops. In just the way they're designed. I really like the way that they added the kind of mottled green skin color of these ones, and they gave it a little bit more detail than the originals. And the shape is not in the original shape. Obviously, the original shape is what Funko is kind of like, you know, OG Funko is famous for. But I like how now the Funko Pops are taking on more kind of characteristics, and they're not the very generic, wide-eyed look. I like that they've got a hell of a lot more detail on them now. They're a lot more kind of tailored to the character, rather than trying to tailor the character into Funko so much. And obviously you've got Michelangelo with the pizza, that looks great, and, you know, you've got you know, Raphael with the scythe, Leonardo with the katanas, Donatello with the, I forget what the stick is called. I mean, like in Star Wars, obviously, like, the gaffy stick is, the gaffy part is depending on what the culture's from and stuff like that. I forget what the stick is called that Donatello has, but it's a staff, isn't it? It's kind of like a fighting staff. Obviously, all iconic. I love the flowing look of the back of the kind of bandana eye masks that they wear, looking like it's flowing. So here we go, wrapping up the review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pops from the Retro TV line. Obviously these pops are awesome, as I've said. The paint applications, the detailing, the colours, the, you know, the expressions, even the box art I think is really good. You know, considering, like I've mentioned, how much these characters speak to me from my childhood, and they mean a lot to me because of that. I think they've really nailed it, and they've really done them justice. So yeah, definitely worth a pick up, considering you can get them now as well, and pick up the whole set. The originals were really hard to come by, so I definitely think it's worth a pick up for any TMNT fans, myself included. So it's lovely to have them in the collection, and you know, it's definitely worth keeping your eye out for if you can get them now. I know they've brought out different variants, and then they will probably continue to over the years, but you never know with this stuff. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this review. As ever, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, leave a like and comment if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.